Hello everybody and welcome to the offices of Paramount Personnel here in sunny Cullompton. Sorry about the little stutter there. Paramount Personnel are the new sponsors of the Devon Premier Cup, and I'm very pleased to welcome to his own office Dean Croft from Paramount Personnel.
Thank you very much.
And to his left is Martin Rogers, the Devon FA commercial consultant, who's also the manager of Tiverton Town. A lot of you will know Martin. And then to Martin's left is the chairman of Devon County FA Cups Committee, Dudley Froud. Today we're going to be doing the semi-final draws for the Sports Lighting Devon St Luke's Challenge Cup, the I'm not going to get this right today, Paramount Personnel Devon Premier Cup, the Firewatch Devon Senior Cup, and the A&S Paving Devon Intermediate Cup, and then we will follow that with all the Youth County Cup semi-finals, and I'll mention all them one at a time with their sponsors as we go along. Behind the scenes is Jason Hayward, who is our nerd that sets everything up to look like a BBC studio. Jason's laughing at me because of my stuttering with Paramount Personnel. I got it right that time. Apologies, Dean, for not getting that right twice.
Congratulations.
And I'm now going to hand you over to Martin Rogers, who is just going to interview Dean over his company and what they do here in Cullompton. All right, Martin?
Thanks, Mark. Yeah, delighted to be here this morning, or I think now this afternoon. It's a terrific day here in Cullompton, as Mark said, and we're delighted to have alongside me Dean Croft. Dean has been a good friend of mine over the years. Terrific football supporter and benefactor. He's been heavily involved right through Exeter, Mid-Devon, as long as I can remember. So, first up, I think we'll just hand over to Dean and just sort of let him explain his involvement in football currently.
Thank you, Martin. Thank you for Devon FA coming up today. My involvement in football stems back many years from myself playing, obviously, and from Paramount Personnel sponsoring and supporting local teams, Exeter City and Tiverton Town, to name but a few. I'm lucky enough that my boys play football as well. Probably upset Martin by saying that one of them's playing for Taunton Town and the other one plays for a local Southampton regional academy. So yes, involvement in football over the years, and very pleased to be here today and support Devon FA with sponsoring their cup and allowing them to do the draw from the offices here.
Obviously this is Dean's first year involvement with the Devon FA, and we're obviously delighted to have him on board sponsoring the Devon Premier Cup. I think it'd be good if we could ask Dean to sort of let people know out there what Dean's company actually does. It's a terrific company. It's been going for quite a few years now. And being a sort of local lad near Cullompton, it's nice to see him involved in Mid-Devon. So, I think Dean will probably just put you in the picture of what Paramount Personnel do.
Yeah, hi, thanks Martin. So without boring you with a sponsor's speech, Paramount Personnel is a recruitment agency. We've been in the Exeter and Mid-Devon area now for well in excess of 15 years. We recruit in the construction and hospitality sectors, so any of you that are looking for jobs in construction, thinking of a change, anyone that may well work in a hotel, that's looking for hospitality work, temporary or permanent, give us a call. You can catch us here on the telephone, obviously, 0345 241 1000, or find us online or on Facebook, where we're live today. We'd be glad to hear from you and see if we can help you with your next position, or indeed anybody that you know who might be looking for work.
I think I better take that number just in case I get the sack at Tiverton. No, it's delighted obviously to have Dean along today, and I think it's about time we got on with the semi-final draws.
Okay. I think I might have to take that number after my stuttering as well, Mike. Yes, right, we're well on the way. Like I said, we've got Dean Croft here from Paramount Personnel. We've also got Dudley Froud, the Cups chairman. So we're going to get Dean to draw out the home teams, and we're going to get Dudley to draw out the away teams for all the semi-finals. Again, thank you to Dean for allowing us into his offices today. And like he said before, please visit his website, please give him a call if you are looking at finding a new job or a new venture for yourself. Without further ado, we'll now get on with the first draw, which is the Sports Lighting Devon St Luke's Challenge Cup semi-finals. These matches have to be played by the 31st of March 2020. And without further ado, we'll get straight on with the first draw. If Dean, you could do the home teams, please.
First one is number 2.
Number 2 is Plymouth Parkway or Plymouth Argyle.
Play number 3.
And they will play Tavistock.
Number 1.
Number 1 is Bovey Tracy.
And they will play number 4.
Which is Willand Rovers or Exmouth Town. And all those games to be played by the 31st of March 2020. As you can see, the draw is on your screen, so I don't have to read them all out again. And we'll now get all the balls back in the pot, ready for Jason to set up the Devon Premier Cup. And as you see, the teams are all there. Bampton, Cronies, Mount Gordon, University of Exeter. So Dean, if you would like to draw the first one out in your own cup, that would be great.
Number 1 is the first ball drawn out.
That is Bampton.
They will play number 4.
They will play the University of Exeter.
Number 2.
Number 2 is Cronies.
Number 3.
Number 3 is Mount Gould. So that's a replay of Cups quarter-finals, I believe, last season when Cronies knocked out Mount Gould. So Mount Gould will be looking for a bit of revenge there. These matches are played on neutral grounds on a Wednesday evening, and one will be on the 11th of March and one will be on the 18th of March 2020. Our next Cup semi-final draw will be the Firewatch Devon Cup semi-final. Matches to be played on the 7th of March on the ground of the home drawn teams. And I see everything's ready on the screen there, so Jason's keeping up with us. So without further ado, we'll get straight on with those.
Number 4.
Number 4 is Winkley.
We'll play number 1.
We'll play Millbridge Thirds. Nice little trick there for Millbridge.
Number 2.
Number 2 is Tidmouth Seconds.
We'll play number 3.
Number 3 is Thorverton. And again, you'll see the fixtures there on the screen when we see Thorverton. Lovely job, there we go, that's the matches. Those matches will be played on the 7th of March on the ground of the home drawn team. The next draw we're going to do is the A and S Paving Devon Intermediate Cup semi-final. Teams are up on the screen already for you, so we'll get straight on with those.
Number 3.
Number 3 is Northam Lions.
Somebody got a trick. Number 1.
They will play Bishop's Blaze.
Number 4.
Number 4 is Winchester Seconds.
We'll play number 2.
They will play Farway United. Those matches are also going to be played on the 7th of March and on the ground of the home drawn team. That concludes all the adult county cup semi-finals drawn. So we will now move on to the semi-finals of the youth cups. We're going to start with the boys youth cups and start at the youngest age group first and work our way up to the oldest age group. So the first one we're going to do is the Dawes Accountants Under 13 Boys Cup. Stores Accountants are a new sponsor. They run from the Bovey area, Bovey Tracy. Thank you for them for sponsoring that cup, and without further ado we'll get straight on with that one as well.
Number 3.
Number 3 is Stoke Gabriel or Ottery St Mary.
Play number 1.
We'll play Totnes and Dartington or Torquay Academy Youth Black.
Number 4.
Number 4 is Ivybridge Town or Plymouth Parkway.
And they will play number 2.
And number 2 is Central Youth City or Marine Academy Plymouth Juniors. The next draw we're going to make is the Scott Richards Solicitors Under 14 Boys Cup, and I see everything's ready to go for that. Excellent, and away we go with the draw for this one.
Number 2.
Number 2 is Plymouth Colts or West X Youth,
We'll play number 4.
and they will play Marine Academy Plymouth Juniors.
Number 1.
Number 1 is Chadderwood Miners Spartans or Plymouth Parkway Youth.
We'll play number 3.
They will play Ottery St Mary Youth or Ivybridge Town Youth. That's the draw for the Scott Richards Solicitors Under 14 Boys Cup. All these semi-finals are played on the ground of the home drawn teams. The next one is the Graden Vending Under 15 Boys Cup. And we're ready to go with that as well, so that's excellent. Good work by Jason there, and fire away.
Number 1.
Number 1 is Heavy Tree Youth.
We'll play number 3.
They will play Bideford Blues and Appledore Blues or AFC Plimpton Youth.
Number 2.
Number 2, Gampton United Youth or South Molton Juniors.
We'll play number 4.
Will play Marine Academy Plymouth Juniors or Plymstock United Colts. That's the draw for the under 15 boys, sponsored by Graden Vending semi-final. We'll now go to the under 16 boys cup semi-finals, and we're ready to go with that as well, so that's excellent. This is the Wootton Printers under 16 boys cup. Wootton's sponsor both that and the under 18s. They're a long running sponsor of ours, so we're grateful to them and all sponsors for that. If you'd like to fire away, we'll get that one done.
Number 2.
Number 2, Elberton Villa Juniors or Gampton United.
We'll play number 3.
We'll play Plymouth Marjon SJ or Lakeside Athletic.
Number 4.
Number 4 is Buckland Athletic Youth.
We'll play number 1.
They will play Bovey Tracy or Alphington Youth teams. That concludes the draw for the semi-final of the Under 16 Boys Cup, sponsored by Wootton Printers. The next draw is the Wootton Printers Under 18 Boys Cup. Again, played at the ground of the home teams. And Jason's just getting the teams up, which I see he's ready to go. I've got the thumbs up as well from him, or at least I think that was a thumbs up. Ready, gents, when you are.
Number 3.
Number 3 is Lakeside Athletic Youth or Elberton Villa Juniors.
We'll play number 2.
They will play Exmouth Town Youth or Plymouth Marjon Youth SM.
Number 4.
Number 4 is Twyford Spartans Youth or Totnes and Dartington Youth Blues.
Number 1.
And they will play Chadderwood Miners Blues or St Martin's Youth. And that concludes the draw for the Wootton Printers Under 18 Cup. And we'll now move on to the 2 Girls Cups, so the penultimate cup draw today is the Great British Confectionery Under 13 Girls Cup. Another new sponsor who we were delighted to have visit the office and do the draws for the quarterfinals for us. They've got the under 13 and under 15 girls, and we've got everything up on the screen, so we're ready to go. So if Dean could do the first one for us.
Number 4.
Number 4 is Newton Fire Girls or SB Frankfurt Girls.
We'll play number 1.
They will play Plymouth Aspire Girls or Signal Box Girls.
Number 3.
Number 3 is Marine Academy Plymouth Girls or Bideford Youth Girls.
Play number 2.
They will play Plimpton Girls or Braunton Wanderers Youth Girls. And that concludes the draw for the Under-13 Girls Cup. And the final draw we have now is the Great British Confectionery Under-15 Girls Cup. And we're just going with that now, so that's excellent. Well done, Jason. And we'll fire away with the first home game.
Number 3.
Number 3 is Buckland Athletic Youth Girls or Crediton Youth Girls.
Number 4.
They will play Westex Youth Girls or Newton Fire Girls.
Number 2.
Number 2, Plymouth Aspire Girls or Plimpton Girls.
We'll play number 1.
Number 1 is Bideford AFC Youth Girls or YMCA All Saints Girls. That concludes the draw for the Under-15 Girls Cup and all the County Cup semi-finals that we have left. So all I have to say now is thank you very much once again to Dean for allowing us to come to your offices and give your company a little bit of exposure that we can do on Facebook, etc. We will continue to advertise as usual with all the draws going out and going to the newspapers, things like that. And we look forward to seeing you at your final. Thank you to Dudley for coming once again to do the draws, for Martin for being our wonderful interviewee, and also to Jason in the background making silly signs at me and getting everything set up so perfectly. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see you next season now for the next round of draws. Goodbye.